Welcome back, community, unity, and charity. That's what the Ramadan Suhoor Festival in Dearborn is all about.
Of course, and from fashion to food, more than 70 vendors are at this year's festival. And while they had to cancel because of the weather today,
Sorry,
Ahmed,
my bad.
you can still experience it this weekend. Here's a look back at opening night and what you can expect this weekend. From the streets of New York,
New York is the best.
to the sunshine of Los Angeles,
California, man.
to long lines. Have you ever been here before?
No, this is my first time.
Right here in Dearborn. This year's
Ramadan Suhoor Festival, baby.
is finally here.
You guys all coming out? Sorry for the wait. Take out your phones. Let's go, let's go.
Inside, lights filling the faces of soon-to-be tens of thousands of people.
Definitely a privilege to be living in Dearborn, a place that can bring all these Muslims and Arabs and people from different cultures and backgrounds to our city.
There are more than 70 vendors stretching from food to fashion.
To see it finally come together, it's just so beautiful.
Both local and flying in from across the country, doing it
Akiway's here. And,
No way.
the Aki way.
Sure.
And bringing their social media fame like the Furha family.
Nader, last name Furrha.
The favorite son?
The best son.
That's a great answer. All the way to Dearborn, not just for the precious food, but to give back during the month of Ramadan.
It's a wonderful thing, man, what they got going on. A lot of Muslims come together and make the community closer. We're actually doing a charity here tonight. We're going to be donating a lot of profits to a charity.
We also want to shout out the Ramadan Suhoor Festival for having us. We want to thank them. Thank you so much. Yep. Shout out to my boy Haas at Ramadan Suhoor Fest.
Reporting in Dearborn, I'm Ibrahim Samra, and this is
CBS News Detroit.
You got it.
The Akiway.
Popway.
The Akiway.
Pop.
And of course, joining us now is the man himself, probably the busiest person in Detroit or the Dearborn area.
I think so.
Hassan Shabby, the organizer, the founder of the Suhoor Festival. And Hassan, after watching that again, what goes through your mind?
I watched it many times. Big smile.
Awesome.
That's nice.
I have a very serious question. When do you sleep?
If you asked the cops and the fire marshals the other day, I had my eye mask on. I was sleeping in the car waiting for a meeting. They're banging on my truck like, hey, what are you doing? So throughout the month, it's just sporadic.
Nice.
You know, I think, Ahmed, you better watch for your job because I think this guy's just as much into the weather as you are, especially with the Suhoor Festival.
Is learning a lot of things too with how everything tries to get set up and all that, and just, I mean, you're definitely going to have enough of that weather knowledge by the way to come after me soon.
And of course, there are very great initiatives when it comes to this Suhoor Festival, not about the food or the fashion, but also about giving back. And you just announced a local partnership recently.
Yeah, so we partnered with Lawrence Tech University, where they're going to offer 20 attendees, high school students, or first year out of high school, scholarships, $18,000 a year, up to $72,000 for 4 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a major partnership. They seen that we gave 12 scholarships from our own fund last year, and they said, hey, let's partner up and let's do this.
That's amazing.
And when you see, that's not the only thing that's going on. I mean, there's vendors all across the entire Suhoor Festival who are giving a portion of their proceeds.
Yeah, many vendors give a portion of the proceeds. All the proceeds from the Ramadan Suhoor Festival itself, for the organizers, get donated to charity. We sent people to pilgrimage. Last year, we were fortunate enough to send 10 people to pilgrimage, 5 to Ziyarah, 5 to Umrah. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. This entire festival is about giving back. It started by trying to get kids off the streets in the middle of the night, on the weekends, you know, when they're hanging out during Ramadan. A safe place for families to come to, and then it's just like the growth has been exponential over the years. So it's a blessing from God.
I was going to ask, how does the process of making something like this from scratch? I mean, let's go way back, making this completely from scratch. Where does that even start?
Start with an idea in a group chat, and then you just take it day by day. You just got to execute. You know, if you're going to talk about something, you got to walk the walk as well. So we put it together. 2018, it was like a little pop-up festival, and I noticed that's where the vision came from. I was like, whoa, I think the community is very attracted to something like this. 2019 is when we officially became a festival. That was our first official year, and then last year we took a break in COVID. Mm-hmm. Last year is when we blew up.
And you know, this area has been accustomed to these festivals for since 2018, yeah. And now you have people coming from all across the country. There are people. I see the comments on Instagram. They're like, "When are you going to do this in New York? When are you going to do this in Chicago?" But to that you say what?
One of our pillars is unity, And if I can branch the Ramadan Suhoor Festival out to all the Muslim communities, the large Muslim communities across America, and have the Ramadan Suhoor Festival of Dallas, the Ramadan Suhoor Festival of Tampa, and have it as a unity project that we all work on together, that would be the dream.
In it being Arab American Heritage Month starting tomorrow, this is not only a festival that is open to Muslims who are participating or observing in the month of Ramadan. This brings people all across the country.
Yeah, everybody is welcome. It's a place to build bridges between communities, Arabs, non-Arabs, Muslims, non-Muslims. We had many Christian universities from Indiana, from Ohio, from Grand Rapids come out. It's a place where everybody's welcome. It's a place where you feel the essence of community, and it's a place of happiness.
So what are your hopes now? I mean, like you said, it blew up last year, and it's big, and sorry about the rain this year. It would be big tonight, but where do we go even just from here going forward? I mean, that scholarship thing is huge. What are your hopes to even just expand even from that?
You know, I'm the type of guy where I take it, you know, one day at a time. I have a long-term vision, but I just focus on the present. It's all about, you know, with Ramadan going back 10 days every year, we got to keep adapting to the weather changes. But there is no indoor facility that's big enough to host something this big, you know? So it's just, I've been already working with tent companies for the next year of how to get better tents, more structured tents, and a bigger space to fit everybody in so we can continue to expand on charity and unity and whatnot.
Amazing. Well, thank you for coming on in. I mean, we've got more, by the way. He's not going anywhere just yet. So what we want you to do then is stick around, because we're going to have a taste of Terry Mill, one of the finest food trucks that you're going to find at the Ramadan Suhoor Festival. That's coming up here in a minute.